Oh, it's working now. Sorry, guys. For some reason, it wouldn't connect for a couple tries, and when I did try it, it took me to something to fill out something. So I hit escape and hit retry, and it worked. That was weird. I think they wanted me to rate their live thing, give them a review or something. Couldn't right now. I'm a little busy. Oh, let me try and open up my chat window here real quick. Sorry, guys, I'm late. I had trouble connecting for some reason. Probably because I used it so many times and they want me to do a review on it before I can use it again or something. I don't know. But just in case if you try it a few times and it doesn't work after that, be aware they might want you to fill out some kind of a survey or something. Alright. Let's see who's on. Anybody? How's that? You guys hear me okay? Also want to, I got my new logo on there, put it on today. Jacob from Chaos Paddlers emailed me this morning with my new logo. He took the YouTube thing off it, so it looks more like a Ike dollar coin. Threw that in my other thing. And looks real good. I like it. And a lot of you guys said you like it without the YouTube logo on there, so hope you like it. It's weird. It shows it on my phone. Deep Digger, hey, how you doing, Don? Hey, got no logo. You like it, Paul? Yeah? Cool. All right, I just want to congratulate Sinisha. And I got his email this morning with his address. So I'm going to package that up tomorrow and get that sent out to him. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday. And I just wanted to thank Jacob for his time and effort he put into my logo. Man, you got to get over to his channel, Chaos Paddlers. Chaos Paddlers. And check out his videos, man. He's been doing some paragliding stuff or practicing on the parachute thing there. It's pretty cool. I like it. And his friend went up with a cam. Beautiful view of the sky and the whole town where he's at there. So you got to check that out. Get on over there. I also want to thank DK for showing up last night and talking. That was awesome of him. I appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who has been talking with me so far on this. I've been having a lot of fun. It's been nice. It's one thing when you watch your videos and you listen to your voices, but when you actually have a chance to talk to you, it's like you're talking to a celebrity or something. Because well, for me, I've watched these and it's like watching TV for me. So then when I have a chance to talk to you, I'm all nervous and stuff. But hey, Jim Melbourne, buddy, how's vacation going? Oh man, I was hoping you would try live streaming while you're on vacation, but I do appreciate the videos that you did post. It was nice seeing the stuff they had down there for metal detectors and the nice places you went. I appreciate that. Hey, Jim, MD Melbourne's on board. Hey, Johnny, I know, me again, huh? How you doing, Johnny, tonight? Johnny U Adventures is here. Paul from Triton's Treasures. And Don, is Don, right? Deep Digger Duo. Back home, buddy. All right. What time is it down there? Oh, my God, you're back home. It's got to be 7 o'clock. Oh, it's not bad. It's got to be 11 o'clock Monday morning. You got Monday off, too? Good deal, Jim. You got to go back to work tomorrow or what? Uh-oh. All right. What else is going on real quick? If you mentioned the contest winners. Yeah, and Sinicius left a thing today thanking DK for picking his number 15. But I also put the number 15 next to Sinicius' name. I just threw him on there yesterday, and DK picked one. It was cool. So I can't wait to get that out to him. It's coming, buddy. You're probably sleeping right now again. So I won't send you a private message and wake you up and make you come on the air again. In case you guys didn't see it last night, after I picked a winner, I sent him a private message. I don't know if maybe his phone went off and he woke up and looked at it and he jumped on our live chat here and everyone was congratulating him for the win. It was so cool. But then after a little while, he said he had to go back to bed. So sorry for waking you up, bud. But I'm glad you won. That was cool. It was awesome. All right, I'm gonna have Paul. Hey, Paul, do you have my number already? I think you do, right? Hey, Yoper, Digger 57. How you doing, bud? And Rick, Carolina Cheapos here. Wow, cool. Yep. All right, Paul. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and give me a buzz, and we'll start chatting. Yeah, Paul from Triton's Treasures give me a call, and he can tell you about all the things that he been finding up there. It's pretty amazing. He told me part of it. I can't wait to hear the rest. Watch my phone not be charged. Oh yeah, fully charged. Is it off? It should be off. Hope all is good, Yoper. Just got back from digging with the grandson. Oh, I want to show you guys real quick. I went out quick for a half hour after I got home. Got my pull tab, my little brass thing, my little pencil top, and one surface quarter, two dug quarters, and a zinc penny. And do you ever go out and forget your pin pointer at home? I hate that. So I was only out for about 20 minutes and I came home. All right, let's get Paul on the line here. Hi, this is Mike.
Let me turn my volume down.
Oh yeah, I should have warned you about that. Between that and the delay, you might go into hyperspace or something. You better be careful.
I'm like, all right, you're talking, but in this video, you.
I'm a little behind. I'll look like a foreign movie for a little while.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's quite a delay.
Yeah, but it's weird because if I type something, it takes longer for you to get to it, and then you respond, and it takes twice as long to get back to me. Where I think you guys, it might be a little quicker. I don't know. But it's pretty neat here. But Paul, let me ask you this first, if you don't mind. Is this the first type of site that you found like this, or have you found other ones like this?
Well, I guess depends how you look at that.
Well, let me tell. Well, here, let me just let you tell your story in any order you want, and I'll let you take it from there.
Well, the site is, as you know, is a 1700s site, and it's very close to what's rumored to being near an Indian trading post, which is, kind of the start of the whole episode series to where I am today. So from episode 3, practically to present day, I've been on this property because it's so big. And well, meanwhile, I've been waiting for the homeowner that's the next property over to the one that I have permission right now to say yes or no to the where this supposed Indian trading post is. So I've been there on and off now for, 4 or 5 months. Long time. And it wasn't going very good. The fields, for the work you're putting in, the corn's growing, you're trying not to hit it, you're basically walking with your machine in front of you like a dog for, 5, 6, 8 hours a day. But that Real, it kept screaming, saying, something has to be here. And that's why I went back to the map and said, all right, what am I missing? I don't overlay the maps and all that like you guys do. Mm-hmm. I don't have to because the properties are already, they're pronounced here. You don't have to run around and look for them like that. The foundations are here. The knowledge is here. The people are still living here, Mm-hmm. So anyway, I took a look at that Google and I went, something's out of place, but it's not on the side that those 5 fields are on. It's on the other side. A very small, they're called farmer pines. That's what they are. They're planted here. They had to do that because they're the fastest, straightest growing wood, so they would plant them. Very common in my area, so I knew that was out of place, and it's the only thing I could find. So I went back to the owners. I asked for a new part of permission on the land because I was getting closer to the house, and I told them, I interested in going near the house. So this is going to put me near the house. I pulled in, and I look, and the guy had it bulldozed, you know. And I was, I'm going, uh-oh. If I'm correct of where the house might have been, it's now been bulldozed. So I ran down 2 lines, one down, one back, and that's when I had found that I was on something extremely old, very, very old, and that's what gave it up. And then eventually I went into those woods that I'm still in today, and, you know, the magic's been happening since, as you know, you know.
Yeah, your finds the last just over the summer from what I've been watching. When was episode 3 take place? Was that like late winter, early spring?
Episode 3, I think, was in June. I think it was around
June?
there.
Okay. For some reason, I thought I saw snow on the ground, or maybe that was
That's
before that.
Episode 1.
Oh, okay.
That's a different permission.
All right. Yeah, and I've just been fascinated with all the finds you've been finding, you know, all this summer. Do you want to tell the people what you've been finding lately?
Well, I mean, basically, you know, it comes down to in the 5 fields that I just call them the farm fields. You know, they're cornfields right now. I've been finding anything from 1754 half real to Civil War related items, all that kind of stuff. But far and few between. You know, you should find a lot more than that in that many fields. You know, I'll spend, you know, like a week straight out, one field. I had to do them fast because the corn was growing.
Right.
Oh, it was just a quick, fast scan. Not very productive at all. Not what you're seeing right now. It took that miracle chance of trying a different spot, but being very close to it. I mean, I'm walking beside it. That's the common thing right there. And you know, Mike, I tell you all the time. I said, you're going to be surprised. Those coins you found, you're near it already. You just got a little to the left, a little to the right. You're going to have the same thing happen. You know.
Wow.
But you know, this is going to be. I know this is going to be one of the biggest finds in a long, long time. You know, the Rhode Island Regiment button is going to be the major key factor in it. And the reason why I say that is only a few had stayed behind. The rest either died, ran away because of the way they were treated, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And or you know, they stayed, but you know, there was only a handful that stayed, which might be to my benefit. You know, if it's an outpost, then I'm not going to get a personal name. If it's a home site from either the original outpost given to somebody that stayed behind, or this is where they lived right after the war ended, which is what I think it is the most so far,
Gotcha.
then I should be able to recover a name.
Oh, cool.
Which is awesome. But I mean, you know, and I hope these people get a chance to see. I mean, if you took, and if these weren't buried so deep with so much metal, you're talking probably 26 coins in one hole.
Wow.
This area is only, 15 to 20 feet by, 15 to 20 feet the other way. I mean, that's all it is.
Wow.
That's happened from a plow. I've got parts of the old 1860 plow blade that spread it all over the place. So it was probably sitting in the ground in something, and they broke it open. I found the locks. I found the handle. I've got the. I even have a queen's crown on a lock plate.
Wow.
I mean, it goes on and on and on. You guys haven't seen everything yet, but you will.
Oh man, I can't wait. How much longer do you think you'll be digging at this site? For quite a while, or?
Well, now that I know it goes down over 2 feet, yeah, but I also get bored of being in the same spot. I wouldn't be in the same spot right now. I'm just worried I'm going to come back and he's going to have a garage built on it.
Oh, yeah.
Just not their thing,
Right.
So this isn't even known in the history books. I haven't found anything of him living here. But I will by the name. Once I find the name, then I'll be able to go backwards.
Right.
I have to get his sign-in name. Once you signed in, this was called the Highland back then. It was the furthest most outpost during the Civil War or the Revolutionary War. So there wasn't a lot of people that came, and those that did, every outpost you had to sign in, sign out. And a lot of them were kept up with through time and historians to tell you, how they lived their final life.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of books out there now on them. But not a lot of memorials. They were forgotten about.
Yeah. Yep.
And they were a colored regiment. For the first 2.5 years, they were a colored regiment. And then they integrated Indians and Caucasians on the final 2.5 years. So, I mean, they weren't treated like the true heroes these people were. I mean, if you learn about history as you go along, and you start understanding what these people went through. This black regiment was phenomenal, and they just did their job. They were incredible.
Oh.
And I don't know why, all the monuments that we have here, you don't see much on this regiment, but these people were the key people to why we were so successful in so many areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, somebody was telling a joke on there. I was just reading the response to it. Sorry. But what else was I going to ask you about that? Do you want to tell them some of the artifacts that you're finding, or you want to wait until your videos come out? Or
a lot of that stuff is already out on videos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so everyone hasn't been over to Triton's Treasures yet. You gotta get over there and check out his videos. But don't ruin it for yourself. Start at the beginning like I did, and they're only short videos at the beginning. You can watch like probably, I watch probably 5 or 10 a night because I don't watch TV. So I went through them pretty quick, but they're really good.
Well, I guess episode 3 is the most important in a sense because it's kind of giving you the layout of why I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my gut, That really helps try to, put the puzzle together. It's not my first time putting history back to where it belongs, no. But this is definitely going to be one of the biggest that I've ever done. And I don't know how they're going to, how it's going to go either. Here in New York, when you start getting involved with the fact that this could be a regiment outpost, history not only changes, but the items you find, I have no idea what might happen with these. I might have to turn them over.
Gotcha.
So I really don't know where it will go with.
Gotcha. Now, do you want to tell do you know what year that was around, or?
Yeah, it was 17. That outpost was right around 1779, maybe, when the Scottsville outpost was implemented.
Mm-hmm.
I know it was really close to that, 1776 to 79. Because we were being invaded from the north by Burgoyne, actually. So
mm-hmm.
It would have been around in that time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the guy you had on the show the other day, I just can't remember who it was. Well, you had two on it at the same time. They were from Pennsylvania, or we're talking about the Pennsylvania area.
Oh, Justin and Johnny from Johnny U Adventures.
Yeah.
I think it was around Chicago or Illinois, or. Hey, what's up, Johnny? Hey, Johnny, where are you from again? Johnny's on right now. I don't know if you can see the chat window, Paul. Okay.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, the Pennsylvania area is a major historical area. So anytime that you can do anything in Pennsylvania, you know, because I know one of the two had brought it up.
So was it like a major hub or something where they all branched out from?
Yep, it was the main hub. Yeah.
Wow. Any particular area like Pittsburgh or
Philly.
Philadelphia?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Everything came out of Pennsylvania. All the decisions, you know, even as they were all separated into the groups. George Washington had his here.
Yep.
He had them everywhere, but
yeah,
you know, this group was one of his, as you know.
Yeah, Johnny says he's from Northeast Ohio. All right, Johnny. Cool. Thanks, bud. Awesome. Yeah, I hope you can get as much out of there as you can, brother. I hope you stick with it and keep at it. I mean, how often are you going there now to do this?
Well, I would like to get back out there and get on with it, you know, as much as I used to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Usually when when I'm on a find like this, I try not to skip a beat. Especially with winter coming around, you know.
Yeah.
I go in the winter. It doesn't bother me.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people do. I see the silver slingers out there all the time kicking the snow away to dig a hole.
I'll bring a generator and a freaking salamander, throw some metal on the ground. You know what I mean?
Get toasty.
Whatever I have to do to make this happen, because I'm terrified that it's definitely going to be gone one of these days, and I just can't imagine that is in upstate New York. There's been less than a handful of regiment buttons found from the Rhode Island regiment. That's how rare they are.
Holy cow.
It'll lose a place of where they'd stayed from. They would have stayed there from 1780, probably right around 85, to 1804, because the coins tell you everything in that department.
Oh.
So it wasn't there for long. I don't know what happened to them. No, it's like I know you don't see the house in the video, but the rocks tell the story. You know, the foundation's there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I wonder if whoever lived there, because of this, they caught this horrible disease that was going around.
Oh man.
And a lot of them died from it, from the regiment.
Yep.
You know, it was a plague, and maybe, he had passed away because, the way I'm finding the nails and the horseshoes all in the same. It's like the house just fell in. And
wow.
Came along 100 years later, cleaned it up the best he could, and started plowing.
Wow.
Because, everything's right there, I think he took the chest. Who knows how many coins were in it. But, I'm up to 20-something right now, just in that area from, 1730 to 1804, somewhere around there.
Wow.
Haven't even scratched the surface, Mike. Now that, that 2-foot hole that I dug to see what would happen, and then having all that pottery and the pipe and the coin, the button, I would have never guessed that it would have taken 2 feet down or more to see that. It blew my mind.
Right. Now, is that where the utensils, like the fork and the other things, were down that far as well, or were those up a little higher?
No, everything else has been no more than 16. Once I hit the 16-inch mark, it turns to a whole nother soil.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it was farmed, it dried out. That ended the farming. When they over-farmed, they dried the land out. And then they put the pine trees in, because it doesn't require much. And, of course, the pine, the acidity ruined the rest. The ground doesn't recover from pine trees very well. So nothing really grows other than roots. Roots, rocks, and roots, rocks, nails, and 3 little squirrels.
Yeah. Well, that's just amazing, man. Phew, I can only imagine being on a site like that. But yeah, whew, that's crazy.
It's not my first site that produced.
Hmm.
It is my first one that's producing in the fashion of that I might be able to put history and name together.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, I've been on a 400-acre lot before, where I had that was a 1690s house I was doing, and I come across enough information to be able to locate who the buyer was, or the owner. Actually, there was a land grant, and so I still have to do that. But I found a very rare. He was like our congressman today is what he was back then. He was an official. So it was an official's button. It was an eagle button, and those weren't handed out to too many people. So that simplifies it for me to find out who it was that owned it.
Wow, that's awesome, man. You've been doing some serious research up there.
Well, it's a lot here, you know.
Yeah.
I did, the War of 1812 was here, the Revolution, the Civil. The Civil wasn't here as in the battles, but, like the 12th Regiment, 14th Regiment, all of them came from here and met down near the Hudson to go south to fight the war, So
Yeah.
a lot of their artifacts are still here, left behind, though.
Well, that's amazing.
I've yet to find, like, what they most commonly find, the bullets and all that great stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I don't find a lot of that kind of stuff. I find this old stuff that I find, but I watch other people's videos going, wow, that's nice. Like a Barber Dime or a Walk in Liberty, anything. I don't find that stuff.
Yeah.
It isn't here. It's just not all places I hunt.
Right.
But I love to see that stuff that everybody finds.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've been doing a lot of permissions this year myself. I've been trying to do a lot of old houses, and I kind of missed the schoolyard. Like I was there all last year just to learn my machine. So it felt good kind of to get back there.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And change it up a little bit, but I'd rather be at an old house or something. And like I went out Friday, knocked on 10 doors, and got a 10 no, people didn't answer, and then I got a 10 like I got to ask my husband's, and I haven't heard back from anybody yet, but hopefully soon. It's just tough sometimes trying to get the permission. Sometimes they all come at once, and then you're dry for a while,
Yeah, and I'm not a door knocker, so it doesn't help for me. So what I do is I use quarter hoarders ideas in the sense of for some it's easier just to go from friend of a friend type of a deal.
Right.
That's what I do. Because I know this person that knew this person, or like this property I'm doing, Farmer Pines. I knew the original owners for over 30 years.
Oh my God.
But it was a do not come on our property deal, So unfortunately they had passed away, and their granddaughter inherited it. And I said, oh, what the heck? Even though I didn't metal detect for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
It was still a place that we would go through on, snowmobiles or whatever,
Right. It was on the way home tonight. I stopped at that guy Eddie's house that has that big hayfield. They just did the last cut. There was a few cars in the driveway. I knocked. I could hear people talking inside, but he didn't answer the door, so I just left. When I did, I went up the road just a hair and across the street to the original farmhouse, and the guy was outside. And I stopped and I was chatting with him for like a half an hour. He happened to be the son. I left my card and one of those copper rounds with him to give his father. I asked him if he'd mind. I'll be across the street a few times, and if he sees me, just come over and let me know if I can come over and do the house or not. So hopefully he will after he gets that copper round, and I'll be able to do the house too. I think it was early 1800s the house was built, and then they had 2 big horse barns across the street in the big hayfield I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, you see, that's a deal field to get around that time frame because you'll be finding those ones, you know, the stuff I can't that I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I have a permission that I'm hoping to get. This gentleman is buying a plot of land that I tried to get permission on. I have a friend, episode 1 where you see the snow. That's my high school buddy's parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a historian. So he already knows where all of the places were.
Gotcha.
And they have one right down the road. And that's an old foundation hole.
Mm-hmm.
The lady said no to it, but she had to sell that part of the land. Well, her neighbor is going to buy it.
Ooh.
And he gave me full permission to it. Have a field day. He even wants to join in. And
Awesome.
I told you, I said the same thing to him. Whatever you want to do is fine with me. If you want to, I don't have to teach you, but I mean for him, he's new. Whatever. I have the equipment. We got the knowledge.
Mm.
Let's go for it. Have a field day.
Yeah, let me know when is good for you. I think I got like 3 vacation days left. I can plan a long weekend or something.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
As you can see, I think when I dug that hole.
Hold on real quick, Paul, if you don't mind, before you start.
Sure.
I just want to let everyone know I'm having a tough time typing my chat out. It's like freezing up. So I am reading everything. I see everybody's here. Josh, Chichi Relic Digger's on board now with us. He's been telling a lot of joke, keeping everybody entertained here, as well as listening to your story here, Paul. It's awesome. Johnny U Adventures is here with us. He says that Josh is a comedian now because he don't have a detector right now to go out and detect with. So. All right, Johnny, I caught that one too. But all right, go ahead, Paul. Sorry to interrupt you there.
No, I was just saying, I just wanted to clarify that, the hole that I had to dig, that 24-inch freaking monster. The detector isn't what told me to go down there. It was pinpointer.
Ah.
Pinpointer. I get to 16 with that Garrett. That Garrett's insane.
All right, yeah, we got the AT Pro Pointer.
Yeah, I got the Garrett AT Pro, but
no, the Pro Pointer, the orange one.
Yep, yeah, I got the Garrett.
Yeah, that's what I have, man. Like, put that thing on sensitive, you can get like within 6 inches of it, and it goes off.
Oh, easily, yeah. I use it on the 3rd setting, and then but when you use it on 3rd setting, you got to make sure that your distance is correct all the freaking time, because every time you turn it off, it could go to any one of the 3 sensitivities.
Oh, really?
Always got to make sure. That I stand my shovel up, I point it at it real quick, and I bring it back every time.
Wow, I never had that trouble. Every time I turn mine on, it stays at the same whatever I set it at.
Yeah, mine never has. I have 2 of them. I don't use the new one. I keep it in case somebody comes with me. They have one.
Right.
I just might have one of those that likes to do whatever it wants to.
Yeah, it's always nice to have a spare, and I always carry spare batteries too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Especially with that, if on sensitivity, you got to have that battery changed.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that people understand. No, I didn't go down 24 inches with the detector. I actually just dug a test hole.
So you're at 16, and then
16, and then after that, it was nothing. Then I did 10 more inches, right on the average.
Mm-hmm.
It just kept falling back in, so I just gave up. When I put the shovel in the hole, it sinks,
Yep.
showing you how much it's falling back in the few minutes that I was recording. But it's right around the 24-inch mark.
Wow, that's deep.
And that blue glass, I didn't know what it was. And I was watching American Digger Detector, and he had the people recovering it out of the ground, and on a 1700 site that they're doing.
Wow.
It was in it. And, they have a special name for it. Because I didn't know why they were, Digging with 7 was talking about finding this blue cream pottery glass. And I'm like, what is so important about this blue glass? And I guess it's an age thing. you know, it's war related and it's an age thing. So now I know what it is.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I find, you know, the pottery is incredible there. The knives, I'm finding them, the old knives that they used to trade with the Indians. It's kind of funny. Kind of a mixed variety. You've seen the plate.
Yeah.
The
one with the black triangles things on it?
The one with the, it's made of copper with the inscribing that was done on it. It's a copper blanket.
Oh, the round thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, with the picture on it. Yes.
Yes.
That was awesome. That was amazing.
Yep, that one.
I mean, I don't know. How would one learn to do that? Would one have to be an artist and then just took it on himself to start doing that? And
well, it could be that this gentleman from the regiment was Indian.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that might be why this archaeologist is finding these Indian artifacts not far from where I am, because it could have something to do with this guy and his family.
Gotcha.
And they have their religious side over there, up of the mountain, and I have their home site.
Gotcha.
You know, time will tell, you know, what it is, but somehow these two link.
Or all those things belong to his family or something.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Well, they all fit the time frame, the nails, everything I've been pulling out. I've been, dating it, most part. And when it doesn't belong, it doesn't belong. And I pulled up flat buttons of pewter, some in really good shape, but mostly not so good. And I said, these don't belong here. This is way wrong. It's too early. And now I know why. Because we're at an old post, or this is an old house from there.
Interesting.
But it's definitely going to be interesting where this goes. I can tell you that. If I was to throw a guess out, Mike.
Yep.
If I'm up to just an average of 20, just in that little area, even though it's like 26 or 28 I have right now, coins, I know for a fact I haven't even touched the surface yet. Try to imagine where this is going to go.
Yeah.
And so far I've said I'm walking right on the stuff right now, and I know I am.
Hey, do you smell something burning? Oh wait, that was just your tires yesterday.
I had the stereo up too high. I didn't know that was happening.
I thought the clouds were rolling in. I didn't know what the hell that was at first.
I wanted to have a little fun.
But then I turned my volume up and then I could hear it. Because when I'm doing this, I have the volume down, and then when I watch videos, how come I can't hear anything? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we decided, let's loosen up the metal detecting community a little bit.
Yep.
Throw some music on and have some fun. We had our little tribute going for you and quarter hoarders.
Yep.
Rossi is sending the sticker out for me. And
that's what it's all about, brother. Have some fun, too.
Yeah. So we kind of put a little twist in there and said, hey, let's have some fun.
Yeah, I wish my car would do that. I can play the tunes, but I ain't going to do no smoke show. I can't afford to blow my transmission. I'm getting ready to send in my last payment now.
Yeah, that was a good day.
I'm glad you guys had some fun. It looks like you guys had a good time. No, Josh, I'm not playing guitar tonight. Sorry.
Has anybody asked anything, Mike? Because I haven't been watching.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to ask the viewers here. Excuse me, I think I'm catching a cold. But if anybody has a question here for Paul about that amazing site that he's working on up there.
I know Johnny asked me a question there.
Oh, sorry, Johnny.
About if I ever found belt plates. I did find one, not at this location. I'm doing a property line. It's almost probably a mile long from where I am now to the other side of town. And I did find a belt plate on the top of the hill. It is in video too. I do not know what it is though. I have not figured that one out. It looks like the New York Great, the Albany Great Seal.
Yep.
That's what I thought it was.
Yep.
And I should know better since I live here.
Right.
But the people are different.
Right. Hey, Johnny looks like he got a permission today from a 100-acre farm with 2 houses, 1830s and 1870s. All right, Johnny, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see those videos, brother.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I love those year
Well,
houses.
I know well. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but before a lot of people built their houses, you would have had your cabin first.
Right.
If you really want to get into some age, don't always go for the houses.
Hey, Paul, you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know that farm I've been doing in Marlboro?
Yeah.
The neighbor next door had the cabin behind his house that they burned down over 100 years ago so they wouldn't have to pay taxes on it.
That's okay, though.
No, I know.
That's great.
Yeah, but he showed me where it was, and he gave me permission. The farm where I go with the neighbor there, Mike, gave me permission to do his land too. So I just haven't had the time to get over there yet. But
They gave you permission to hunt that cabin site?
right where the log cabin was. Yep.
Oh boy, that's a big deal.
And that was the first area that was settled in Marlboro, I believe.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Anytime you get to the cabins, oh boy. Well, you're gonna this. People wanna. I know not everybody can go to this old of history, and I get that. But everybody goes for the foundations, not realizing a lot of people had to have a cabin first.
Right.
They didn't build the house first.
No.
They always had a cabin first.
Yeah. Quick cabin.
In videos, and these are great metal detectors, and I'm not going to name names because I don't want to make it sound like I'm discrediting.
No.
That's not what I'm about.
Right.
I'm telling you, they can't come here where there's snow and survive because they were miracle makers and built a house before winter hit.
Right.
How it works. The cabin site is going to be there for the first year or two while the house is being built.
Gotcha.
Those locations are where you want to be. I can promise you that.
Awesome. Oh, I hope you all caught that tip. Look for the log cabin before the house was built.
Yeah.
Or where the cabin was located.
And it's hard for us that are in the Northeast, because there weren't nails,
Right.
wood. So you gotta change the whole way you do it. You gotta do the pottery thing. You gotta hit rocks. You gotta kind of put it together. This one I had to put together. I had to figure out where it was.
Right.
And until a few weeks ago, I had no idea where it was. When I found the New Jersey copper.
Mm-hmm.
Once I tried to dig up around that stone.
Now, how far away from that did you find the Vermontism coin?
5 feet.
5 feet. Wow.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Yeah, I could not believe that coin. And as soon as you put water on it, boy, you could see the detail in the thing. Holy cow, that was amazing.
It was made that way. It wasn't worn. It wasn't. It was made poorly. That's just the way the Vermont.
Oh, on the backside there, where the dye was off. Yeah, it looked like it was like that on a lot of the pictures I saw on that year there.
They started to get ready to reject those because of low quality.
Oh wow.
People think when you hear about a King George or some of the early Connecticut coppers that they hear counterfeit. Counterfeit doesn't mean that it's fake. What it means is it was denied or it was discontinued, but it doesn't mean it was made of rubber and silicone. Or copied or something.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But you still have history in your hand. Or they chose someone else.
Right.
And Connecticut's the biggest coin that was ever produced in variety.
Wow.
They have almost 300 varieties.
Yeah, holy cow. Hey, Quarter Hoarder just showed up. Jason's on board with us now.
Yes.
So was the Connecticut state copper the first state coin made, or do you know, or?
No. So far, that's kind of a hard one to answer, but the first one that I can tell so far from what I've learned is the Vermont one was one of the earliest, that's 1780s.
Wow, is that where most of the state coins were made in Vermont? Do you know, or
No, no,
no?
no, no. It were that again. Each year it was a whole nother story of who was doing the making.
Oh,
Vermont or Connecticut was the one that was made the most of. That's why you find so many of them. They had the contract for I think 7 years,
wow.
5 or 7 years, and then other people were given the let's say they didn't have enough for that year.
Mm-hmm.
Other people would be contracted in. Okay, you guys got to come in. I need 7,000 more.
Gotcha.
Then shipped over to Connecticut or Maine or wherever.
Right.
Some of the other states, because we had 13 colonies, they didn't exactly have state coppers.
Right.
They had just miscellaneous coins that they called their state coppers.
Wow.
Makes sense?
Yeah. So you said Connecticut had over 300 different varieties?
200, I believe it's 286 or 287 varieties.
Wow. I thought New Jersey had the most with 72 or something like that. Or
No.
oh, wow. Holy cow.
No, Connecticut has the most.
I had no idea. Thanks for that info, mister.
Yeah, no problem.
That's why I like talking to you guys, man. You learn a lot. It's great having you guys call in. My brain can't handle all this in 2 weeks.
My state, New York, they had one meat.
Really?
That's all they had.
Wow. Right. Uh-oh. It looks like I had a bad connection, Paul, and I just got kicked offline here.
I see it.
Sorry, bud. But hey, man, you got most of your story. Oh, wait, I might be back now. Am I back?
Yep, you're back.
Wow. I thought they kicked me off. Little did I know I can come back.
So while I'm rambling there, brother, does anybody have any questions that I'm missing? I know Joe's helping me on the side here answer questions. She knows all the finds that I find. But
Oh, cool. Yes, I see her chatting away here. Dave, if anybody else has a question for Paul on that site he's digging where he's finding all this stuff, feel free to.
In general.
Or anything in general about it all.
Yeah.
I heard that, Joe. That was funny.
My first journey, Mike, was I was young. I picked up my first Indian head penny when I was 7.
Wow.
And I'm an Indian. I'm hooked. I got this like addiction to Indian heads.
Hey, Jason has a question for you.
Yeah.
What are the GPS coordinates?
Let me tell you, even if I told you, you wouldn't want them. You guys really seen what I have to do?
Yeah, I've seen the piles and piles move. Holy cow. It's amazing. Trying to do more burnouts. Hey, Johnny U Adventures wants to see more burnouts when you're out there.
Well, I built that truck for that reason.
Oh, nice. You built that?
Yeah, it was a dedication truck to the family. I've had some losses, and so that's what I did.
Awesome.
I sold my house and went and had fun with it.
Oh, good. Good for you.
We've got a couple videos out there. Some of the public doesn't like it, but when you get to the 50 mark, you got to have a little fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming around the corner for me. No, I'm not older than you, by the way, Mike. Nice try,
Yeah, once I hit 50, I don't care anymore, I just don't care. But there is why I'm able to do all this, is because I got to have the I don't care attitude. Just hope that everyone likes it. If they don't, it's not for everybody, but hey, it's fun.
Yeah, for me, I just wanted to have, it was a different part of my life. I just wanted to have a little fun, something that I, could spend some time with, that I always wanted to do. Always wanted one. One came up, and I said, alrighty, test drove it. Oh, boy, you want to hear funny? I don't want to talk about my truck all night.
No.
It was funny. Joe and I went out to test drive it. Definitely was an impressive vehicle off the show. Thought that was great. So needless to say, I I won't get into the details, but I didn't get a ticket.
Wow.
But the truck drove great.
Awesome. I am liking this though. When it does kick me offline, I'm able to just hit reconnect, and you guys are still there. It's awesome. That's a good sign, or good feature, I should say.
Yeah, we're all going through it.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. It's just not me then.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of great stuff going on out there. You know, quarter hoarder. You know, I wrote to him the other day to tell him. You know, I've heard people that have been on here a while now that he was still the same way back then as he is today. And I want to give him a lot of credit for being able to do that. And I have a lot of respect for people that don't forget. Because once you forget, what the hell are you doing this for?
Right.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I know they forget.
Yeah. Well, I do appreciate Jason and everything he's done for me, and Jacob from Chaos Paddlers, all those big guys, man. They really helped us out, and you know, not just me. They help everybody out. You know.
You know a lot more of these people than I do. You know, but I'm learning it. You know, I'm getting them. I'm getting there. But you know, I'm just going with what I have.
Right.
You know, what I see around me.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, there's a lot of nice new people coming up too. That I don't know if they're new to here, but I'm new to them. I just found them in like DK and subbed him and been watching him for a few months now, and then just everything. But some of these people I've been watching forever, like you know Jason and Darnell and Jacob was one of my first ones, Chaos Paddlers there, and they just continue to put out great videos. So you continue to watch them. All those guys, you know, there's a couple guys in Vermont, Maryland, Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the Fletcher boys I started watching, Maryland Diggers, I think it was, and
I just started doing digging with 7.
oh, I've watched him too.
What an incredible, both of them. You know, just super nice.
Yep.
The way they do you know, they're just standing there, hanging out, giving an explanation of where they're at, and then they get right back to it. Then they take a minute. Then he gives you, you know, information that you would not know.
Right.
You know, I'm not a know-it-all. I don't want to come off as one. What I do know, I'll share. If I don't know it, I'm the first one that holds it in my hand and goes, I don't know. You know, mostly everyone else out there does, but I don't know what the hell it is.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
What an awesome, it's an amazing group, you know, in general. I'm very surprised. I was very hesitant to be a part of YouTube, period. And I'm really glad that that I became a part of it.
Well, I don't belong to a club myself. You guys are my club. I mean, you know, I share everything with you guys, and you guys share everything with me, and I'm fortunate enough you guys are answer my questions. You know, when I ask them, it's great. You guys really help out a lot.
Yeah, but you put a lot into this, Mike. You know, you put a lot of your time into this. This is a really good year for you. I think you're going to go places. You keep doing this.
Oh, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It was weird. Last year, started off slow, learning my machine for like the first, 3 or 4 months. Then after the end of August, when I found that class ring, bam, stuff started happening all the way to the ground froze. And then this year, as soon as it thawed out, man, I found that wedding ring in March, and things just took off of there with permissions and everything else. I started finding it was crazy. I've had a great, 5-6 months, whatever it's been now since March.
I never, I had the same thing happen. I was doing the parks. Matter of fact, the one I did the video in, for your paying it forward.
Yep.
That's my test park for my machines.
Yep.
I have a DFX 300. It's a white. Reason why I use a DFX is it's programmable. I can do what I want. It's the only machine that you can do that with. None of the machines. It is so advanced that it takes almost 2 years to really hone it in. And anybody that uses them, back then will tell you. And so I made my own programs, and that's why I use that DFX so much. I am getting a little tired of it, though, because I'm sick of programming. It's an accurate machine.
Oh, nice.
Depth, Bottom line, Garrett.
Yeah.
You know, there was on your show the other day. They had that little thing going on about machines and so on and so on, and for the money and this and that, and you know, I agree with that to a certain amount. When you're doing a 2-band detector over a single band, even though it does take some serious learning, and you know, depth does change. For accuracy, there's nothing better than a 2-band system. You go into single band, which is Garrett.
Mm-hmm.
You can increase that depth, and that's why I use 2 machines.
Gotcha.
Because they're just, that Garrett's just freaking a monster. You know, I'm not even a big Garrett fan. I'm not. I'm not going to say I am.
Now, do you have a stock coil on your Garrett, or do you get a bigger one, smaller one for it, or?
I have the original stock that came on it, and then I bought a. Let's see, I knew the name till just now. I bought the
Nell, or?
What's that?
Was it a Nell?
Yeah, I did the Nell Storm.
Okay, yep.
I guess they have a Hurricane now or something like that. Bigger.
I went with the Nell Big myself, 17 by 18. It's a little heavy though, boy. I'm glad I made that bungee cord harness thing to take some of the weight off.
Well, yeah, let me I know. My butterfly put that damn stuff down anyways.
Yeah. Well, I've been off the air now for a little bit. I think I can't reconnect it, I don't think. Unfortunately, YouTube has stopped, it said.
Yeah, it looks like it's having like who was done on there.
Joe's on there, and Joe's on there, and Joe's on there, and Joe's on. I see Quarter Hoarder was on there, and then CT Relic Digger. Yeah, I'm having a bad connection, guys. I guess the internet's getting too busy, or I don't know why. We're not.
Common, you know, like 7. He's got one getting ready.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm just saying, you know, I appreciate the time you took to do that for me, as you know, and.
Well, you're more than welcome. Hey, I started, man, and it helped me, and then Liz did a spotlight on me. It really helped, and then Josh, CT Relic Digger, and then 92 Finder, and then a bunch of guys started doing it for me. It was great.
People out, it's one of those things as you weed through, which, you know, one's, you know, you can relate to or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it'll happen then, and
right.
If it does, that's great. But you know, I have sat there going, you know, I'm not finding too many people that find 1700 stuff with history behind it. Am I doing this wrong? Should I go to silver hunting? You know, or mix them both in? Because I'm a horrible silver hunter. I'm not, you know, I don't zoom through the, you know, yards or have the machine set or whatever the hell it is that it takes to find them. I'm not that guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I find I don't know. I can't tell if I think I found more silver rings than I have silver coins.
Yeah, you know,
It's crazy.
I would tell you, it definitely, you know, that part is not. It's not that it's not for me. It's just so far I haven't been that lucky with it.
Hey, Nick Haas has just showed
there
up. Hey, Nick, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Sorry, man, but my connection talking for like an hour right now, and I think I just got kicked off again. So we should probably call it a night. Oh, wait, I'm back now. This is too funny. Oh.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised that that damn thing keeps doing that.
Yeah, it's trying to fit in. I'll probably just sign off. I'm probably just gonna finish this. Actually, I'm gonna finish the broadcast because it doesn't seem to be connected. Sorry, I missed the show. Oh, sorry, Nick. Yeah, but if you want, you can go back. I'm having a tough time connecting here. It's not doing good anymore. It did good at the beginning for the first 50 minutes, but the last 10 minutes have been horrible. So I'm gonna stop my broadcast now.